Carolyn, thanks for being here. I wanted to ask you, what can you tell me about the people that you serve in your business?
I have two different groups of people that I work with. The first is the individual who isn't able to move forward. They're professional, 30 to 60, and they just keep wanting to move forward and just can't figure out why. And very often it's because there's something in their past that they haven't resolved, or it could be that their expectations and their goals aren't realistic. So depending on who the individual is, we clean up their past. I do eye movement, and it's not EMDR, it's IEMT. I use hypnosis, I use neurolinguistic programming, and a few other things, and help them identify, again, what has stopped them from moving forward, and what are realistic goals for them, and then helping them set the goals, and then depending on the relationship, work with them to finding that goal. And then the other one is the corporate person who oftentimes moves up the ladder because they're competent at their job, but they haven't resolved the self-doubting problems, the questions, and they need help so that they can feel good inside as well as showing face outside.
That's so important. You have to find your joy and your purpose, and goal setting is something that gets you there. Why is this something that is important to you to have as a business?
So I grew up being told I was I was dumb and stupid, was put in the dumb class, failed classes in high school and college, didn't know I had ADHD. And I still managed to get my nursing degree, my master's degree, but it was a struggle. And then in my early 40s, I found out that I had ADHD, which was the aha moment. And then I really began looking at, I can succeed in doing this, and I didn't have any help, literally. Well, what can I do to help others? And also, as a nurse, I've been doing coaching since I finished my nursing school. And then I did a lot of occupational health and environmental health. So I was doing a lot of things that were not hospital based. And I've been doing coaching all along. And I thought, well, why not explore going further than just in healthcare directly? And then I became the success coach. And that's what drove me.
And what are some amazing transformations you've seen with some of your clients?
One is a young woman who, 30-ish, who had just gotten out of a really bad relationship with a drug addict and a drug pusher. And and he wasn't giving her money. And her shoes, her Ugg boots, were literally taped up with duct tape. And we worked together. She aced her college degree, and she's now in law school. And that's one person. Then I have another person who was really having challenges, very stressed out with, put her house on the market, said, oh, it's going to be a year to sell, and really wasn't planning on what steps she needed to take once the house sold. So we talked through the steps, and I kept repeating the steps that she needed to do to identify where she wanted to live, think of a rental, not a purchase, and use the movers to do your packing. And she just couldn't hear it. And then when I spoke to her a couple weeks later, she had actually made an appointment with her therapist, by the way, and she was just that stressed. And when I spoke to her a few weeks later, she was telling me all the things we had spoken about, not understanding that it was that relationship we had talked to lay out the plan. But she was just really calm. I know that I can go get a storage bin. I can do this. I can do this. And it was just the complete shift. Totally different person.
Organization.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that you were able to provide that transformation. So tell our audience how they can connect with you so they can transform as well.
Great. So you can find me at my website of carolyncahn.com. And if you will just shoot me a message, I will be happy and thrilled to speak to you. You can also book a consultation call. There's no cost. And we can discuss how I might be able to help you in where you want to go, what you want to achieve to have your best life.
Love it. Thank you.